This week, the 6-1 Showcase revealed a ton of new indie games, and not to be outdone, Playism also had their own showcase with tons of exciting announcements. This and so much more on this week's Indie Update. Hi friends, I am very much not ScrambledAshton. In fact, I am SilentSigns. You may know me from other videos on this channel, or maybe you don't know me at all. Maybe this is our first meeting. So nice to meet you. I am filling in for ScrambledAshton while she is off doing other, most likely indie game related things, because that's all we do here on the channel, right? Right? Right, rookie? He's down there, trust me. Anyway, this is all the news that was fit for indie gaming news print for the week of the 15th through the 21st. First up, as we mentioned, there were a couple showcases going on this week. The 6-1 Showcase, as well as Playism's very exciting showcase, where they showcased, I suppose, some highlights, including Mind Diver, which is a title that I actually got the pleasure of checking out when we attended PAX East a little bit earlier this year. It's a super trippy title. If you didn't check out our coverage of that back on our PAX East video from May, definitely do so. We had some really interesting conversations with the developers, and I got to actually put my little mitts upon it and tangle my brain in it because it is very complex and interesting. Mind Diver finally got a release date of September 28th, which is super exciting for everybody looking for a good brain teaser to tease your brains. It was also revealed that Playism will be publishing Diping.
You totally blew it.
Playism will also be publishing Diping Escape. No, that's not a typo in the script that I wrote out before this. That is actually the name of the game, Diping Escape, which is some sort of strange combination of dying and typing, I think, because this is a typing horror game of sorts. It looks super cool. This was actually the first I had heard of this, but now I am super psyched to check it out. Also included in the showcase was a demo for Million Depth. If you haven't already checked out the showcases, there will be links in the description box below, so you too can be confused by Diping Escape. Also exciting this week, Hades 2 is entering 1.0 for PC and Switch 2 consoles exclusively, which is pretty exciting. Well, I suppose it's not that exciting if you've already been playing it in not 1.0, but, you know, after brewing in early access, Hades is going to be hitting 1.0 on September 25th. The game currently sits with a 96% positive rating on Steam, so clearly some of you are already enjoying it. And hopefully this positive trend will keep up, and hopefully all of these indies will continue to live up to our very high, lofty expectations of sequels that we have now come to expect. Thanks a lot, Silksong. In this week's limited run gaming news, the Nickelodeon Splat Pack was announced, which definitely looks like a nostalgic little romp, if I do say so myself. We're getting games like Real Monsters, which is classic Nickelodeon cartoon if you're not as old as I am. You're getting Nickelodeon Guts and Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day. There's going to be some special editions of this released, which is going to include a classic edition for $69.99, which includes a VHS style package and posters. There's a collector's edition for even more money, $130, with a t-shirt and an aggro crab ornament, all sorts of fun stuff. And then, of course, the standard edition, which releases at a reasonable $35. I am a sucker for nostalgia in this day and age. I mean, how can you not be? Everything is on fire. At least I can live in the past for a little while, you know? Last and certainly not least, Xbox prices are increasing. Again, I guess that's news, maybe, for some of you who don't already have a console or care to purchase one, but your Xbox prices are going up on October 3rd, so if you didn't already buy one, maybe you better buy one in the next week or so. So the second wave of price hikes will put the Xbox Series S with 512 gigabytes at $399.99. That 1 penny is important. The Xbox Series S with 1 terabyte is going to be up to a whopping $449.99. The Series X digital at nearly $600, and the Series X at $650. Last but certainly not least, your Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Black Special Edition will be $800. I can't afford that. I hope for you that you can, and if you can't, I hope you get one before then. That's all the news I have for you today. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. We post all sorts of reviews, news, indie highlights, you name it. We've got Indie Wednesdays live every Wednesday now with ScrambledAshton, who is usually on this show. So if you want more of her, this is a perfect place to check that out as well. Check us out over at patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you can also support independent content and net yourself some fantastic perks like Discord access, early and ad-free content, a shout out at the end of each and every one of these videos, and so much more. Your indie gaming community is right here, so what are you waiting for? I will see you somewhere out there in the indie space. Take care, goodbye.